Welcome to Kitchen Creations and Crafts. For my first craft video, I'll be making a beautiful wreath. So what you will need for this craft is a ring, like a wreath ring, like I'm holding right here. These rings can range anywhere from $5 to $10, depending on what size you get. But this one right here was about $7. You're also going to need mesh. Mesh is around $5 to $7, and then this right here is more of a maybe $2 to $3, depending on how much you get, what color, and all that stuff. And then of course all these little accessories, like this one right here is only $2.49, depending where you get it. But I've gotten all these things on sale, so. And I also get this at my local Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Any craft store like that, you can get any of these supplies. You are going to need some hot glue, a hot glue gun, and some floral wiring. You can find these practically anywhere in like the floral section of next to the wreath rings. You'll find these too. Normally they come in like a big roll. But I've taken mine off that roll and put it on here for easier use. And you're going to need to cut them to about this size. I would say cut around 10 to 15 or even like 20 to 30, I would say. So now we're going to get started with, so you're just going to need any one of these, I'm just going to put this stuff. We're going to move all of our decorations and stuff off to the side. Oh yes, and you're also going to need some of this. You don't necessarily have to buy this. This was, I was thinking, was only $2.49. But any decorations and stuff like that. The mesh comes in any different type of color. I'll be making a wreath with white and purple today. And I'll also be making some bows out of this to add onto the wreath when we're done. And I'll be showing you guys how to do that. So go ahead and cut these out. I have mine already pre-cut before we got the video started. And then I'm just going to be using these types of decorations, stuff like this, and some little plastic rhinestones that you can probably find anywhere. You can probably find a bag of these for like $2. That would not be funny. So now let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move all this stuff to the side, but still keeping your, wire and stuff. I have the hot glue gun plugged in, ready and hot. Go ahead and start. You're going to take your mesh, thin mesh right here, with keeping your, your full wiring right here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and grab this, just like this. We're going to grab them all together, just like this, like I'm doing. And then you're going to grab it, making sure to hold on to everything. And we're going to do ours between the two wires right here. We're going to do ours between these two. Right in between these two. What we're going to do is we're going to start on one of these. So we're going to start on one of these. It's the best. So what you do is you're going to unroll your mesh. The mesh will stick to clothing and stuff, like it's just stick to my shirt. What you're going to do is you're going to stick it right down here. Then you're going to grab a wire for your little pot or wherever. You have your wire. You're going to set it right there in between those two that we're going to do it on. You're going to stick your wire through here. Be careful not to poke yourself. And what you're going to do is you're just going to twist it. Just like so. So I always find it easier to find some pliers around the house and grab it right here really tight and just twist it. It helps a lot because you get a better hold on it. But if you are doing it with the pliers, try to grab as closest to the mesh as possible and basically squishing it as tight as possible. Looking at that nice little hold. twisting it and twisting it all the way down. And then you're going to want to bend it down, just like so. So now getting on to the part where we start creating the actual ring. What you're going to do is, again, just like we did at the beginning, just like this. And then you're going to make sure that this is nice and puffed up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stick it right there in between the two that we're trying to do. Just like so. And then you're just going to grab yourself another one. Just like this. And then I definitely say that you might want to come a lot closer together. So, like, this one right here is, I meant to start it over here, which I am. I'm actually gonna. Okay, so, like right here where I started mine, what you want to do is you want to keep it in between these two right here. Your big, bun, or, but you want to try to put it in between these two. So, like, this is where I started here, and then I'm going to clip the first loop right there. Just like you did before, stick it under. Stick it right under the two that we're doing it in the middle. Grabbing it. You get pliers or anything. To go ahead and do that first kind of crossover, just like this. And then all you're going to do is you just want to kind of hold it right here in the middle. And then you can just twist and twist and twist. Give it about 4, 5 twists. About 6, I'd say. Is good. And then those twists hold nice and tight. And then bending it back over so no one gets poked. So then you're just going to roll it. You want to get this kind of form shape right here. This is the shape that you want to form with your mat. And you're just going to keep doing it. You can even grab more. I say grab about this much whenever you're in between loops. Grab about this much to bring it in. That's about a foot. I've grabbed right here. That's about a foot. So then bringing it in where you're holding it right here and doing it over and over the same thing until you get back to where you started. And just like before, you're just going to grab it right here. Squeezing both of them. And just twisting and twisting and twisting. And then you want to keep doing the same thing. If you want to keep doing the same thing over and over, until you get to the end. I'm going to pause the video and I will show you how mine comes out at the end. And this is how your wreath should look after it is done. That's just with the white mesh. Okay, so this is how your wreath should look at the end. Now we're going to continue on with the purple one. The purple one's going to go in the inner circle. So it's going to go into the inner circle. The circle, I'm going to turn this on the back. So it should go in this circle right here. When we're doing it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off just like we did before. And we're going to just grab it like this. Keeping the wire on the side because we will be needing it. And then we're going to find where we first started, which is right over here. Where I first started. I don't know where you guys did, but we're going to start right here. And then we're just going to grab our wire. This time we're not hooking it on two of the rings. We're just going to hook it on the inside ring. Starting from the little place where it's holding all the rings together, just like before. And we're going to go ahead and start doing it just like we did before. Putting it on right here, you see. And we're going to do it just like before, except this time you're going to be grabbing a little bit less of it. That goes just right in here. Just like this. And instead of doing it every here, you're going to do two in each of these little sections. So just continue on like you did before. Don't grab about like a foot like I was saying earlier. Grab about this much. A little bit less than a foot. That's what you need to be grabbing to make a little bit smaller loops. So I will stop here and you can continue on. And I will come back at the end showing you how my wreath is done. This is how it should have come out in the middle. This is how your wreath should look at this point, and we're not going to be adding any more mesh to this. If you would like to add more, you can on the end ring right here, but I would recommend not to. So we're going to go ahead and start with our decorations. I'm making this one for me personally, so like you could do red and green for Christmas and do little Christmas ornaments on it. But I'm just going to go with the tools I have here with me to make this. You can follow this as is, or you don't have to. But really and truly, the decorations is all about where you want to put them. But I'll be decorating it, and you can, and I'll be leaving the camera on so you guys can watch me and see how I decorate it. So the first thing I always do is I always like to get some of these because they're cheap, they're really inexpensive, and you can get a lot of decorations from this. Okay, with this you can use it either as you can cut off this end right here and use it as like a little plant, or use it as a little like decoration here. Or what I'm going to be doing today is you can actually take it to where they're attached right here, and you can actually just snip it right off. Creating these cute little swirl things that you can put on here that are really, 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 really pretty. I feel like they give it a bunch of decoration. Instead of putting this whole thing on here, you can just do this right here, as you can see. So with this, you can definitely, it's really cheap, and you can get a lot out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and start by cutting off a couple of these. And another way to do it is that you can even get various sizes from cutting them in the middle, by cutting them in half and stuff like that. You can also get various sizes from this. And as you can see, I'm already done cutting all these off. And I just have one more left. And the reason for that, and the reason for that is so it's easier so you guys can see exactly where I'm putting these decorations. So I'm going to start off with these little swirly things that we got off of the branch or wire. So what I'm going to do is whenever you are decorating and stuff like that, oh, and always make sure you have extra glue around. So whenever you're decorating, I always like to put some at the tip. Not too much. Just enough to hold on it, and then just kind of bring it down a little in the middle, and then some at the end. And then the way that you stick this on here is I'm going to stick it right on here. So what you try to do is you want to put your hand in there. Just kind of hold it on there for a minute. Once the glue starts to cool off, you can actually put your finger up against it. Well, my glue is kind of warm right now, so don't put it on there exactly whenever you do it. And try to grab all these little threads. An easy way of doing it is always taking like a pair of scissors or even a pair of white pliers or something and sticking it in here so you don't have to burn your finger. Holding it there for a little bit until the glue sets. So I'm going to start off with doing some more of these all around. So as right here, you see how I have this cute little design right here where it's kind of sticking out. I don't want to lose that, so I just put it in the middle. And then I'm just going to stick it on there. And then you can always like kind of stretch these out and reform them. Did not see that fall off, but it's fine. I'm just going to glue it right back on here. That's also one reason why you kind of need to hold these things on here. I'm just going to step right over here. Putting my hand in here and actually, I'm not touching the glue, I'm kind of lifting it up with like giving it a cone shape kind of thing. And just kind of putting pressure down on it. So I don't want to get that. There we go. I'll make sure to grab all those little threads before gluing down here. And you can always put glue right around in here after it's already on there. Okay, hello. Okay, so let's see that. I've actually just found these cute little silver ones. Cute little silver bows, which are about $2.99. These are a little expensive, but you can always get them on sale, which I did. They were only about $1. Probably not even $1, probably a little bit less than $1. I'm using the blade on my pliers to cut this. And then I feel like I could put a couple of these down really nice and pretty on the purple. Like big deal. But I'm thinking I'm going to do one here and one here, just like that. So the way I put these on is I'm going to go right here on this thicker part of the bow. And you want to put you don't want to put a lot, but you want to put enough just to cover that. And then you want to go ahead and start doing some of the bow right here. Right here. And then possibly right here. And right here. I'm going to hold this here for a while until the glue sets in and thickens and makes it all stick together. And I definitely feel like that gives it a little bit of a pop of color. And then the same on this one, we're going to do it in the middle. There we go. Okay, I have actually just found some more decorations just like these. These cost around $32. So, we can glue these on just like so, or just like that. So I'm actually going to trim the bottom of these really quick, just by cutting off some of them. And just clean them up with that. And then this one you can just go on here. So, like, what I always like to do is I like to place it on here and see which parts are going to be glued. So, like, this part's going to be glued, this part's going to be glued, and this part's going to be glued. Which is the places I'm going to put glue. So, right here, and right here. Placing it back right on here. And what I'm also going to do in that section, so I'm actually going to place a little bit more of these in that section to create like a bouquet in that little section. So by adding a few more of these, you can create that effect. So I'm going to grab some different ones. Separating these a little bit, you can actually combine some of these with what I'm fixing to do. And what I'm going to do just to help my end, is I'm kind of going to arrange these in a way I like them best. I'm going to arrange these in the way I like them best, just by putting them in here in a certain way. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to hold them right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put some glue. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here actually. And find a little piece and just glue it right on here to cover up some mess that I put here. Okay, so now I'm going to add some more onto here, where I've already placed this one. I'm going to do these on one at a time. Okay, now it's time to run circling on some of these little rhinestones. Actually, I'm going to glue these rhinestones on the bows that I'm going to create. So, I'm just going to go ahead and move all of this stuff out of the way because I am cool with these. I'll go ahead and move all this out of the way and to the side. So I have a little bit of working space. Try to get rid of all the flying wreaths as possible. At the very end of the project, you can go back through and kind of pull them off. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to make the bow. Just cut about, maybe about probably a little bit less than 2 feet of your purple mesh. And what you want to do is you kind of want to lay it out. I know this is going to be difficult. Putting your hand kind of in the middle and flattening out and folding it in as straight as possible. Bringing it in here, or even holding it here in the middle and then just bringing it in right around in here. Overlay it a little bit. Just a tad. And then you want to grab it and then you want to go in and then bring it back out. In and back out and then kind of squish it right here. So as you can see, I went in first right here and then I kind of folded it over. And then you just want to grab some of your wire. I'm going to grab this wire right here. I'm kind of getting loose here. I'm actually going to cut a piece of wire. Whenever you're cutting your wire for this, you want to make it a decent size. So I'd make it about this big. And then the way you can also do this is by putting it underneath where you're creating the bow. And then just kind of folding it over, letting it overlay just a little bit. As you can see, I'm even having trouble doing this. I suggest putting it there and then possibly grabbing some glue, kind of putting it on there. Make it hold still a little bit more. Just like that. Putting a drop of glue right in here just to hold it down a little bit more. And then, like I said before, you want to go in and unfold it. Now, just like this. There you go. And then you want to grab your wire and stick it right around in there, just like I'm doing. Grabbing it just like this and pulling as tight as possible. And then bringing it back over into the middle. And then voila, you have your bow. You might want to fix it a little bit, making sure it's, even on both sides. Just like that. So I'm actually going to put a little rhinestone right here in the middle. And then you just stick it right here in the middle. And then that should hold. And now I'm actually going to put this bow right here. And the way you can do that is by turning it over. Putting not a ton, but a decent amount of glue. And then all you gotta do is you have to grab right here and just press it right in. And then just press here for a while until you know that stick here. I'm going to grab my scissors and actually stick it in the loop right here and glue it right there. And then if you want to make sure that these stay out, then first thing you can do is adding copper glue right there. Hoping it stay right there. Okay, now that I've already held on to that for a while, I'm gonna find a way in through here and find the hole right here. Actually, I'm gonna put some glue on my scissors. And then just going right over here and putting it right there. Actually, I find it a lot easier just to stick the scissors in here and kind of put your glue gun up here. Perhaps put a dot of glue here. So I'm going to reach right back up in here and kind of glue these meshes together. And there we go. Gonna add a few more things. Okay, I like this bow right here, but I'm also going to add a few more other things. I'm gonna add some of these little rhinestones around here and there. Perhaps giving it a little bit of bling and some colors as well. And then you can just hold it right there. Okay. So what I'm also going to do is glue on these cute little high heels that I have. What I'm finding for these high heels, a cute little flat place kind of